Okay, this is step one of looking at our WordPress blogspot for National Trail. This is the overall National Trail homepage, and you can see up here it's wordpress.nationaltrail.k12.oh.us. Although if you just put wordpress.nationaltrail.us, it's easier to type in, it will automatically reroute you right to here. So to get started, that's a nice, easier way to start. Now, if you haven't logged in before, this page may look different each time you log in. As we get more blog pages added, there's going to be new links here to the different class sites. This is the only one that's open right now. It's the hardware IT tech review site that we've got set up. Anytime you come in, you can see the login over here on the left-hand side. If you go to log in, you're only going to get logged into the one that you have access to. You're going to use your National Trail username and password there, and then it'll automatically take you to what you have access to. In this case, this user only has access to the NTIT Tech page. As an author, it brings me directly to the authoring page. If I want to go to the actual site itself, I can just click up there, and I can use that button to go back and forth between what the site looks like and the back panel, which is what authors and administrators have access to, and that's how we make and add our posts. So if you're only seeing this, then you don't have any other access. You would want to have this access up here anytime you want to be able to post. Now you can always comment. We could go to anyone's post, and at the bottom of their post, I'll go to one down here, I can always leave a comment on them, and all you have to do is be logged in to leave a comment. You don't have to be an author to leave a comment on someone else's post, and they'll get notified that a comment's been made on their post, and they can approve that comment and do other things. So here's a sample post that we're looking at right now, and on this page you can see the author has some nice links to graphics that have been uploaded and put in there, links to outside pages that while she's writing her review you may want to look at and read, as well as it's very concise. A page, really, you don't want to make it much more than a page. So if we go to the top of this actual article and we click down once, we're already at the bottom of the page. That's a good post, because if you've got so much that you've lost the reader's attention before they've even gotten to the end of the article, then you've written too long of a blog post. It should be short and succinct. So when we're looking at blogging, we want to keep the reader in mind. They don't want to read a 10-page paper. We want to only put valuable and worthwhile information on it, and we'd like to make sure, obviously since it's open to the internet and open to the world, anyone could read our blog posts, that they have low or hopefully no typos or grammatical errors. In that case, you might want to do your writing in Word, which is going to tell you about misspellings. It's going to tell you about grammatical errors. Keep it short and simple. If you've got a large amount of information that's in reference, or hey, this would be good to know too, but it's really not immediately necessary to read it to understand the gist of your post, make it a link to that information. Don't put it right in our article. And that's what comes up with the next one. If you keep it lively and snappy, and you link often to extra information, then it's more likely that your reader is actually going to make it all the way through your post. Now, using keywords often means use words that will link to your article. If you don't use the word motherboard in an article about a motherboard, then how would Google find and link to your article about motherboard? So you want to use words that you think other searchers on the internet would be searching for to find your article. So that's what it's saying when it says use keywords often. Use those words that people would be searching for in your article. Make sure you write clearly with short sentences. Don't make huge long run-on sentences. Make them short and sweet. You do not know what the reading level of your audience necessarily is. They could be, and what kind of devices they're reading on. They could be reading it on an iTouch, they could read it on an iPhone, they could be reading on an iPad, they could be on a full-size computer, but many times blogs are read by people that are traveling, and are sitting someplace with nothing else to do, and that's a good time to read blogs. So make sure you keep things short. You want to write like you talk, but grammatically correctly, and make sure you use a clear headline and break things up so that they make sense in your article. So those are some tips on blogging, and we're going to take a look a little more about how to do these things that are set up in here in the next couple videos.